Hey everyone, welcome to Comic Yahud, your place for classic comic stories. Today's episode, Tintin and the Blue Lotus, Chapter 1. Let's dive in. Tintin and Snowy find themselves in India, welcomed as honored guests by the Maharaja of Rajaijah. Their recent victory over a sinister gang of international drug smugglers is overshadowed by the mystery of the missing leader, leaving unanswered questions about the feared Rajaijah juice and the shipments of opium hidden in false cigars. The peaceful palace of the Maharaja stands majestically, its serene beauty hiding the storm of unanswered questions swirling in Tintin's mind. The tranquil surroundings provide a stark contrast to the tension-filled atmosphere of their recent adventures. Snowy, restless and unable to find peace, grumbles about the constant noise from Tintin's new interest in shortwave radio. The dog's frustration adds a touch of humor to the otherwise tense and uncertain situation. Tintin, deeply engrossed in his shortwave radio, adjusts the dials with focused determination as unfamiliar noises echo through the room. The air is charged with anticipation, each crackle and hiss a potential breakthrough in his quest for discovery. His eyes light up with excitement as he hears a familiar signal, the one he's been longing to identify. Tintin's voice trembles with eagerness, whispering to himself about the mysterious station that has captured his attention. With renewed vigor, Tintin scribbles notes furiously, determined to capture every detail of the elusive broadcast. The room buzzes with the energy of his anticipation, as he feels one step closer to unraveling the enigma that has haunted him. Tintin sits at his desk, headphones on, clutching a piece of paper with a puzzled expression, questioning the cryptic message before him. His determination intensifies as he knows deciphering this could be the key to everything. The paper is filled with seemingly random words and numbers, each line more perplexing than the last, leaving Tintin grasping for connections. His mind races as he examines the jumble, searching for any hint of coherence. Standing up, Tintin holds the paper firmly, his eyes scanning the words with fierce concentration, convinced there must be a hidden meaning. He feels the weight of the mystery pressing down, urging him to uncover its secrets. Tintin studies the direction finder with a determined expression, certain it will guide him towards the transmitter's location through Rajaijah. His mind races with possibilities, each one more crucial than the last, as he pieces together the puzzle forming before him. Just then, a servant enters, bowing respectfully as he conveys the Maharaja's request for Tintin's presence, to which Tintin agrees with a nod. Snowy, standing alert by his side, seems eager for what lies ahead as they prepare to meet the Maharaja. In the opulent room, the Maharaja greets Tintin warmly, introducing the renowned fakir Ramakarma, poised to demonstrate his mystical abilities. Tintin, intrigued by the prospect, expresses his curiosity, while Snowy remains skeptical, recalling past encounters with trepidation. With a flourish, Ramakarma leaps onto a bed of sharp glass shards, his limbs contorted in a dramatic pose, leaving Tintin astonished and Snowy barking in disbelief. The Maharaja watches with a knowing smile, confident in the fakir's abilities. Pushing the limits of belief, Ramakarma's body appears to defy pain as he pierces himself with knives, the spectacle both mesmerizing and horrifying. Tintin's eyes widen as he struggles to grasp the reality of the mystical display before him. In a final breathtaking act, Ramakarma balances upside down on a single spike, his form unwavering despite the danger below. Tintin, caught between awe and concern, feels the weight of the moment, knowing he's witnessing something extraordinary. Ramakarma's unwavering concentration as he balances on the spike leaves the spectators in awe, their eyes wide with a mixture of fear and admiration. The tension in the room is palpable, with the audience holding their collective breath, fearing for his safety. Tintin, sitting beside the Maharaja, expresses his admiration for Ramakarma's extraordinary skills, while Snowy looks on with curious eyes. The Maharaja nods in agreement, acknowledging the remarkable feat they have just witnessed. Ramakarma, having completed his daring act, now stands before the Maharaja, offering to unveil the secrets of the future. The Maharaja, intrigued, grants permission, eager to hear what revelations might unfold. Tintin and Snowy sit attentively on a plush sofa, while Ramakarma, thin and intense, takes a seat beside them. The atmosphere is filled with an air of anticipation as they prepare for the mystic's revelations. Suddenly, Ramakarma leaps up with a startled cry, sending cushions flying and leaving everyone around him bewildered. Tintin and the Maharaja exchange confused glances, wondering what could have caused such a reaction. Ramakarma points dramatically at the cushion he had been sitting on, exclaiming his surprise at the comfort it provided. Tintin watches with wide eyes, taken aback by the unexpected turn of events. The man, with a pained expression, apologizes as he reveals his sensitive skin, clapping his hands in distress. A man in a vibrant outfit walks steadily, carrying a bed of sharp spikes, his demeanor calm and focused. Seated on the couch, Tintin listens intently as the man, now on the spikes, speaks of his adventurous spirit and the looming dangers. The ominous warning about the signs not being good sends a shiver down Tintin's spine. As Tintin's heart races, the man's voice grows more urgent, warning of an enemy Tintin believed to be dead, who now plots revenge. Tintin's determination hardens, knowing he must stay vigilant against this looming threat. The man continues, revealing the existence of a traitor among Tintin's acquaintances, a spy with a dreadful weapon against which there is no defense. Tintin's mind whirls with possibilities, realizing the peril that lurks ominously close. With a final grave warning, the man describes another adversary, a figure with distinct features and malicious intent. Tintin feels the weight of these revelations pressing down on him, knowing the path ahead is fraught with danger. As Tintin sits with Snowy, a servant informs him of a stranger from Shanghai seeking him, leaving Tintin puzzled and intrigued by the unexpected visit. Walking through the grand corridor with Snowy at his side, Tintin muses over the stranger's long journey from Shanghai, finding the situation increasingly unusual. Upon reaching the gallery, Tintin encounters the stranger, who greets him politely, and Tintin responds with curiosity, eager to unravel the mystery of this visit. Tintin stands pensively, recalling a warning about someone with yellow skin, black hair, and glasses, urging him to be cautious. The warning echoes in his mind, heightening his sense of anticipation and apprehension. As Tintin reassures the stranger of their privacy, the tension rises with the promise of crucial information. The stranger leans in, urgency in his eyes, ready to reveal a secret that could change everything. Suddenly, Snowy causes a minor commotion as stranger hat dropped on his head. Tintin, puzzled, tries to regain control of the situation as the stranger stumbles back in surprise. Tintin's heart races as he discovers the chilling truth. A dart soaked in the sinister Rajaijah juice, known as the poison of madness, lies before him. Panic grips him as he realizes the danger lurking nearby. He peers into the distance, but his adversary has vanished without a trace, leaving only the rustle of leaves in his wake. Frustration fuels his determination to uncover the mystery that eludes him. Desperation laces Tintin's voice as he urges the shaken man beside him to speak quickly, seeking answers in the chaos. The man stammers, finally recalling a vital piece of information that could unravel the secret. The man's voice quivers with urgency, desperately repeating the name Maharaja and mentioning Shanghai, as if clinging to a lifeline in a storm. Tintin, puzzled yet determined, presses for clarity, his mind racing to piece together the cryptic message. Suddenly, the man begins to sing nonsensically, his behavior spiraling into madness, leaving Tintin and Snowy bewildered and concerned for his sanity. Tintin watches helplessly, realizing the man's lost grasp on reality. A sudden shout of his name jolts Tintin from his thoughts, making him turn swiftly, eyes wide with surprise. Snowy stands alert beside him, sensing the urgency in the air as they prepare for the next unexpected twist. Tintin learns from the Maharaja that the dangerous fakir with poison darts has escaped, and his suspicions are confirmed with a grave nod. Suddenly, they encounter a man crawling in a daze, clearly afflicted by the poison of madness, causing Tintin and the Maharaja to react with horror. Snowy barks in alarm, echoing the man. Tintin makes a swift decision to travel to China after receiving urgent news of a necessary presence in Shanghai. The Maharaja listens intently, understanding the urgency and gravity of the situation. Tintin, with urgency in his step, tells Snowy they must quickly pack their trunk for the journey ahead, the weight of the task evident in his voice. Entering the room, Tintin begins to pack clothes into a large open trunk, his movements deliberate yet hurried as he prepares for Shanghai. As Tintin continues packing, a mysterious figure ominously warns him about a presumed dead enemy seeking vengeance, adding a layer of foreboding to his already tense departure. Determined to ensure everything is secure, Tintin energetically jumps onto the large suitcase, testing its strength with a sense of urgency. With a resolved expression, Tintin walks through the ornately decorated room, each step echoing his determination and the weight of impending danger. Pausing suddenly, Tintin looks around with concern, realizing Snowy is missing, his voice filled with a mix of worry and urgency. The absence of his loyal companion adds a layer of anxiety to the already tense atmosphere, as he wonders where Snowy has gone. Tintin stands in a lavishly decorated room, calling out for Snowy with increasing desperation, his voice echoing off the ornate walls. The anxiety in his eyes grows as he turns, scanning the area for any sign of his missing friend. His voice rises in urgency as he repeatedly calls Snowy's name, each shout carrying a note of fear and determination. The silence that follows only amplifies his worry, as he cups his hands around his mouth and yells once more, hoping for a response. Fear grips Tintin's heart as he paces, the thought of Snowy being kidnapped crashing into his mind with a wave of dread. He clutches his fist in determination, vowing silently to uncover the truth and bring Snowy back safely. Tintin approaches a palace servant, desperation evident in his eyes as he questions him about Snowy's whereabouts. The servant shakes his head regretfully, adding more weight to Tintin's growing anxiety. Determined and resolute, Tintin quickly organizes a search with the palace staff, directing them to cover different areas. With urgency in their stride, they split up, each hoping to find a trace of Snowy. As the staff report back with empty hands, Tintin's heart sinks further, his mind racing with possibilities. He clenches his fist and declares with conviction that someone must have taken Snowy, igniting a spark of determination to uncover the truth. Hours later, Tintin and the Maharaja stand together, the Maharaja questioning Tintin's resolve to leave. Tintin, torn and troubled, admits he can't leave without Snowy, his heart heavy with worry. A staff member, burdened by Tintin's trunk, struggles to carry it down the stairs, symbolizing the weight of Tintin's predicament. The heavy trunk seems to echo Tintin's burdened heart as he awaits a sign of Snowy's whereabouts. Suddenly, a cacophony of noises erupts, startling both Tintin and the Maharaja as they spin around. The unexpected commotion sends a jolt of urgency through Tintin, igniting a flicker of hope that Snowy might be near. A sudden tumble sends a man in a yellow turban crashing over a pile of luggage, his arms flailing as stars whirl around him, marking the chaos. The sound of clattering trunks echoes, amplifying the tension as Tintin rushes towards the noise. The luggage continues to cascade down the staircase, creating an avalanche of chaos and clutter. Tintin's eyes widen with realization as he spots something peculiar amidst the falling baggage. Amidst the disarray, Tintin discovers Snowy emerging from a trunk, relieved and slightly dazed. With a sigh of relief, he gently scolds himself for the mishap and prepares to move forward, his loyal companion once more by his side. Tintin and Snowy drive away from a waving Maharaja, who wishes them good luck as they embark on a new journey. The car kicks up dust on the winding road, signaling a heartfelt goodbye. Arriving in Shanghai, Tintin steps off the ship with a sense of curiosity and determination, unaware of the watchful eyes that have recognized him. A man in the crowd points him out with certainty, setting the stage for an unspoken tension. In the bustling streets, a mysterious figure with an umbrella navigates through the crowd. The rain-soaked city reflects the growing intrigue and the shadowy man pursued a rickshaw. A man sits in a rickshaw, clutching a piece of paper as the driver hustles through a lively street lined with vibrant posters. His eyes are intent and focused, whispering to himself. Meanwhile, a figure stands at the entrance of the Continental Hotel, watching the street with a sense of foreboding. The air is thick with anticipation, as if the walls themselves are holding their breath. Inside a cozy room, Tintin ponders aloud, clutching a note with the name Mitsuharado, while Snowy listens attentively. As Tintin stands by the window, a knock echoes through the room, causing him to call out, inviting the visitor inside. A man enters, handing Tintin an envelope addressed to him, prompting Tintin to question how anyone knows he's there. Reading the letter, Tintin learns of Mitsuharado's joy at his arrival and a request to meet that afternoon, heightening the sense of intrigue. Tintin contemplates the invitation, feeling the weight of curiosity and uncertainty surrounding this enigmatic figure. Tintin, with determination, informs the messenger that he will personally visit Mitsuharado, expressing gratitude for the generous invitation. As Tintin prepares himself in front of the mirror, he muses aloud about Mitsuharado's surprising knowledge of his arrival. Snowy, with an inquisitive gaze, questions the reputation of Japanese people. Walking the bustling streets, Tintin seeks directions to the Street of Tranquility where Mitsuharado resides, his voice filled with purpose. Snowy trots beside him, their journey through the lively cityscape brimming with unspoken questions. The vibrant streets hum with life as Tintin and Snowy navigate through the bustling crowd, the air filled with the chatter of locals and the vivid colors of hanging signs. Tintin's eyes scan the surroundings as he searches for the elusive address. Hopping into a rickshaw, Tintin urges the driver to be careful. The driver darts through the crowd, trying avoiding a man absorbed in his newspaper, oblivious to the world around him. In a heart-stopping moment, the rickshaw collides with the distracted pedestrian, papers flying as chaos erupts. Tintin gasps, the sudden impact jarring him as Snowy barks in alarm, their journey momentarily halted. In the aftermath of the collision, a man in a suit explodes in fury, brandishing a cane and hurling insults at the unfortunate pedestrian. His face twisted with rage, he steps forward, ready to unleash his wrath upon the dazed victim. Tintin, witnessing the injustice, intervenes with indignation, calling the aggressor a brute as Snowy growls beside him. The suited man's surprise is evident, his arrogance challenged by Tintin's boldness and the growing crowd. The assailant, undeterred, sneers at Tintin, dismissing his interference with contempt. Tintin stands firm, declaring the man's behavior disgraceful, his unwavering resolve a sharp contrast to the chaos around them. The assailant, now visibly enraged, storms off, threatening to make Tintin regret his interference, while Snowy barks furiously at his heels. The gathered crowd watches the scene unfold, murmuring amongst themselves at the audacity of the man. With a huff of indignation, the man makes his way with purposeful strides toward the Occidental Private Club, his escape into the building marked by a final furious glance backwards. The club's door swings shut behind him, muffling the distant echoes of the commotion. Inside the club, Gibbons is greeted warmly by his companions, who immediately note his flustered demeanor. He launches into a tirade about the encounter outside, eager to share his tale of perceived injustice with his attentive audience. Gibbons, his voice rising with indignation, recounts how a European boy had the audacity to defend a rickshaw driver from him. His companions listen intently as he fumes about the boy's interference, painting his actions as intolerable. The conversation escalates as Gibbons bemoans the loss of control over the locals, lamenting the inability to teach them manners. His companions nod in agreement, echoing sentiments of superiority and the supposed benefits of their civilization. As Gibbons extols the virtues of Western civilization, a waiter in traditional attire silently approaches with drinks, embodying the very cultural clash being debated. The juxtaposition is poignant, highlighting the tension between the two worlds. As Gibbons passionately praises Western civilization, the waiter accidentally spills the drinks, causing chaos and shock to ripple through the room. The air is thick with embarrassment as colorful stars seem to explode from the impact. Gibbons, enraged by the accident, accuses the waiter of deliberate sabotage, his anger boiling over into a promise of retribution. The The room's atmosphere grows even more tense as he advances threateningly, his words dripping with disdain and superiority. Attempting to regain composure, Gibbons returns to his speech, trying to brush off the incident as if nothing had happened. His companions, however, seem uneasy, their expressions betraying a mix of disbelief and concern as he resumes his lofty declarations. The chief of police, his eyes gleaming with authority, vows to track down the young troublemaker who disrupted their peace, determined to teach him a lesson. Outside, Tintin expresses his gratitude to an elderly man, his words sincere and heartfelt for the timely intervention. Snowy stands by, watching as passers-by continue their day, unaware of the gratitude exchanged. With a nod of understanding, Tintin resumes his journey, Snowy trotting faithfully beside him as they weave through the bustling street. Inside a modest office, Mitsuharado stands beside a table, gesturing towards a telephone, his words laced with urgency as he instructs someone to let Tintin in. As Tintin sits across from Mitsuharado, the man explains the dire situation concerning the Maharaja of Gai Pajama, his voice shaking with concern. Tintin recounts the tragic fate of the messenger, his words hanging heavily in the air as they both grasp the implications of this threat. Mitsuharado's voice rises with indignation as he condemns the ruthless adversaries who would stop at nothing, emphasizing the danger Tintin has left behind. His words are a stark reminder of the peril Tintin faces, urging him to act swiftly and decisively. Tintin leans forward, urgency in his voice as he demands to know the identity of the mysterious they. Mitsuharado across from him hesitates, fear shadowing his eyes, as he pleads for understanding, warning Tintin of the danger and urging him to return to India. Understanding the gravity of the situation, Tintin agrees to take the next boat back while he quickly plans to telegraph the Maharaja, hoping to alert him to the growing threat. His resolve is firm, yet a shadow of concern lingers over his features. As Tintin stands, preparing to act on his decision, the man urgently warns him to be wary of everyone, especially emphasizing the danger lurking among the Chinese. Tintin's curiosity gets the better of him, and he questions how the man knows so much, a sense of foreboding tightening its grip around him. Mitsuharado bows deeply, asserting that a true Japanese knows everything, his words laced with an air of mystery and superiority. Tintin listens intently, the weight of the warning pressing down on him, as he contemplates the unfolding dangers. As Mitsuharado disappears behind the glass door, Tintin walks away with Snowy at his side, his mind buzzing with questions. The bustling street around him feels both familiar and threatening, each passerby a potential key to unraveling the enigma. Tintin navigates the vibrant street, his eyes scanning the crowded signs and faces for clues. Despite the lively atmosphere, an undercurrent of tension follows him, as if the very walls whisper secrets he must uncover. Tintin walks alongside a crumbling wall, with Snowy trotting faithfully at his side, both alert to the whispers of mystery hidden in the ancient architecture. The tension is palpable as they move purposefully through the narrow alley. Thanks for watching Comic Yahud. Like, subscribe, and catch you in the next chapter.